Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and pumpkin connoisseurs. Bill here with B&S Giant Pumpkins, and today is Sunday the 26th of July. We're going to give you our update. The pumpkin behind us is DAP 45, and the other pumpkin we're going to look at is DAP 40. Kind of show you what we got going on, and hopefully keep cranking. So stand by. All right, so we'll try to make this as quick as possible. Like I said, this fruit is DAP 45 today, coming in right around, let me think here, it's over 1,100 pounds. I can't remember the exact number. The fruit and the plant are looking good. Got most, if not all, the weeds out. I have some more right here, and I call them weeds, but really it's clover. I mean, I couldn't have a better stand of clover if I planted it myself, but this is 2 years in a row the clover is just going crazy in this patch. Plant health is looking good. Pumpkin is doing good. I wish I could get a picture of her from the blossom end, but we have the fence there. We did have a couple issues. We had a vine right here. You see that yellowing right there. We did have a squash vine borer. That's why there's nothing right here. And obviously I spray. That's not the problem. It just, well, what had happened was is they hatched and they got in and they killed a part of the vine, but then they died from the systemic insecticide. So I will pull that leaf off. And we did lose about 6 foot, but I have another one coming out anyway, so we're good there. I had the same thing happen. Beat the fence here. Had the same thing happen on this secondary that's obviously missing, and it happened out here at the end, and I ended up just cutting the whole thing off because it was the first secondary off the fruit anyways, or the vine, and I didn't care about it. Crown looks good. Look down through here. I do have a can fan where I'd cut a leaf off that came down and it was not drying up like I liked it, so the fan's on there. It's dry now. We just got the fan on there. Bring it up. The fruit looks good. He's got that starburst orange collar. It's got a huge old stem on him. Like I said, the plant looks good. So this is our 2551 Ford that we crossed with our 1886 this year. And everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Like I said, it's, I think it was like 1131. 1,131 pounds, day 45, DAP 45. So we're not breaking any records, and I don't plan on breaking any records this year, so we're just hoping to get a quality fruit to the scale. So we'll go out and look at the other patch. This is our 1886 that we lost last year. I saved seeds out of. This plant is totally different, as you can tell. The other plant is robust, tall, real tall. I mean, it's, I don't know, maybe 40 inches tall at least. And this plant, as you can see, is below my knee, the whole plant. I don't think it's the genetics of the plant. I think it's more the soil. And you can see the leaves are still lighter. I did go through and buried, well, let's back that up. So the front third of the plant wasn't setting tap roots down. So my soil sample said that should. Everything in good sense would say it should, but they weren't. So I went through and I pulled the soil out from underneath where they were at, and I put new soil down and also buried the first 3 or 4 vines all the way down through there on both sides, just to try to get something happening. I also put down a bunch of trichoderma. So I thought, well, is it a disease or is it the soil's too hot? I don't know. So that's our, man, you can see the contrast in the phone. Like right here, the ones that haven't set roots, and right here, the ones that have. So nonetheless, this is our other fruit. He is DAP 40. He's coming in right around 900 pounds, which is, it's a decent number. Like I said, we're not breaking records. We just want to get something to the scale this year. We'll walk around this way. It has a much smaller crown on it, or root or stump, whatever you want to call it. Right there. And it's all clean all the way through. I haven't cut anything off of this one other than anything that pops up. Public enemy number one for me this year has been slugs. Like I said, I did have an issue with a squash vine borer or two that we've resolved, but slugs, and it's clean in there. But slugs have been an issue, and I've treated multiple times. I don't know if the salt, because one of the things I used was, I think it was ferrous sodium. So I don't know if the salt created a problem to where the roots don't want to start because of the high salt content. My soil doesn't have a salt content to start with, at least for the soil samples, but maybe I created an environment with all the sluggo and the other ferrous product I put down to kill the slugs. But we're on top of the slugs though, so we're good. There she is. Like I said, she's right at 900 pounds today, DAP 40. She's a pretty fruit. We called her Casper, but she does have some orange in her, and that's what I was trying to get back in to it. She's got some orange in her, she's got some speckling, and that is a tiny, tiny stem. The other stem is huge. This thing is not huge. The vine's not huge, and you see slugs. You see where that's chewed up. That's what slugs will do to you. They'll also eat your leaves, but they'll chew up your vine, the outside of it, and it looks all bad and scarred and nasty. Another thing I did do on this patch, because I was concerned about the salts, is I flushed it the other day. I put about 200 gallons of just water, treated water, down, and it made a difference. It's not dry out here by any means. Sorry, I'm walking around all the stuff. There's a slug right there. Hate to treat again, but I will. Nonetheless, I put 200 gallons of water down, and I put it down by hand with the hose off the tank. And old Casper here started picking up again. So he picked up 46 pounds yesterday. It was cool. It was cool 2 nights, 58 degrees, and it went down to 25 and 28 pounds for 2 nights. And I thought, well, is it the coolness, or is it, you know, the plant problems I'm having? So I just flushed the whole thing out, and yeah, last night she done her job. So I'm gonna keep up with that. I'm gonna run just straight water for 200 gallons whenever, you know, however long that takes, a day or 3 days or however many days. And then I'll mix up a little light batch of fertilizer and run that. And that's how we're gonna limp along this year. I mean, she's big enough now this day, you know, DAP 40, that she could hit 2K without me doing anything major. So I'm gonna play conservatively this year because time is limited and I don't have time to really come out here and fiddle with stuff. So if I can prevent problems, that's my game plan this year. So that's our update this week, guys. Appreciate you watching. Little man's putting his hand in front of the camera. So yeah, we're at 900 and 1131, DAP 40 and DAP 45. So it's not, we're not, like I said, we're not setting records, but we have fruit. So thanks for watching.